Right, so we still have that next weather alert that I've issued through this evening. But before I get to our forecast, yes, look at this sturgeon moon. So it actually doesn't peak until tomorrow morning. So we get a nice treat this morning, and we're definitely looking at that full moon status. I do want to show you what's happening though with our forecast, because it has been really hot, and you can already see how warm it is this morning. Kind of a good indicator that we're on track for another really hot day, especially inland. So this is why that next weather alert continues until this evening. So temperatures are already topping out at 72 for the Burbank area, 68 for Pasadena. And you can see as I'm walking over to San Bernardino, they're also dealing with temperatures in the low 70s. Wrightwood also waking up to low 70s, Palmdale 74, and then we have these upper 60s for the Santa Ana area. But I do also want to show you that we did break some records here in Southern California yesterday, but it was a little bit more to the east of us. So here's a quick look at the areas that broke records, and we're going to continue to watch other cities today. But Thermal, which is just south of the Coachella Valley, topped out at 117, Indio 119, same with Palm Springs, and then Idlewild is in our area up in the mountains of Riverside County. They tied an old record coming in at 96 degrees. So as I mentioned, that next weather alert that I've issued for all areas inland away from the coast continues until later this evening. So that means inland Ventura County, Calabasas, inland LA and Orange County, the Inland Empire, the valleys, the deserts. And we all saw the reason why yesterday was because of the really dry conditions and the hot weather, and then that just allowed those fires that sparked to really spread really quickly. And so this is why we have that next weather alert to kind of warn you that things are going to continue to stay hot, and we still have this extreme fire danger. I want to show you temperatures are going to continue to stay well above average today, maybe a degree or two cooler in some spots, but anyway you look at it, as you're inland, it's still going to feel hot and dry. Here's a look at those temperatures, especially for our coastal communities. 77 degrees. This is where you want to go to beat the heat, because temperatures along the coast are not under that next weather alert. It's going to be a little bit more comfortable. And then as we head inland, we're still looking at 103 for the Woodland Hills area. And then we are also looking at temperatures at about 105 for Santa Clarita. We're looking at 90 degrees for downtown LA, which is well above average. 93 for Yorba Linda, 87 for Santa Ana. And then you can see for areas like the Inland Empire, we continue to stay in the triple digit category. Temperatures are going to be about 102 for Ontario, and then we're looking at 105 for the Lake Elsinore area, 104 for San Bernardino. So yes, it is going to be another hot one here in Southern California. This is why we have that next weather alert in play until later this evening, until things begin to slowly cool down. We're going to have that gradual cool down as we head into this upcoming weekend, but things are still going to remain warmer than normal. Here's a quick look at current conditions near the Canyon Fire. Temperatures right now just near Lake Piru about 72 degrees. You can see the winds are light coming in from the north, about 6 miles per hour, and the dew points are below 50, which means it's pretty dry. We're going to continue to see the light winds this morning, and then once we head into the afternoon, here's a look at Castaic. We start to see some gusts picking up. So this is where we are looking at temperatures rising, and then we're also looking at the winds picking up. So that is going to this is what fire crews are going to be dealing with, and I'm sure this is what they're watching right now. And then we start to see the winds really drop off once we head into later tonight. Here's a look at our dew points. Again, normally our dew points, good form of moisture measurement in our atmosphere, should be in the mid 50s. And you can see in the higher elevation, Santa Clarita, even up in the mountains, we are dry. We're down to single digits for the Wrightwood area. We're down into the teens for Victor Valley. We're down in the 40s for Santa Clarita, down in the 40s for the Inland Empire. So again, really dry conditions from this high pressure system. So that's what increases our fire danger. But the good news is that we're going to gradually cool down into the mid to upper 80s for the weekend for LA and Orange County. And then the valleys are going to stay in the triple digits today, 103, and then get out of it starting tomorrow in the high 90s, which is some relief on the way. Back to you.